Hello guys, Rob1 here, and today I am doing another walk along video where we're just going to essentially talk. We're going to be talking about a subject that actually recently came up. I talked about it with someone on my stream, Dragon Tainer. Go check him out. He's a nice guy. He's really nice. And he's dueled me a few times as well, which is cool, and that's how he knows my channel, and we talk about it. But yeah, and this subject is basically spell and trap cards with link arrows, and essentially what that can do, what that could do to the game if it was actually implemented into the Konami game, into the real game instead of just in the anime where this was first shown. And seeing as this was first shown in the anime and could be an actual possibility for the TCG card game, I thought it would be good to make a video about it. And seeing as I'm walking to locals anyway, going to the Brotherhood for their Darkest Diablo starter deck event, thought that would be fun to do instead of just a normal tournament. Seeing as I'm pretty much good at those, I'm pretty much atop those almost every time I go to one. But yeah, I thought it would be a good idea to, while I'm making a move towards there, to always look both left and right before crossing the rockets, to talk about this subject. So, what could the implementations be of link arrows on spell and trap cards? Well, first of all, in the anime, the only way you could activate this new spell card with link arrows is by having a link monster that points to the spell and trap card zone. So you would need a link monster pointing to a spell and trap card zone, pointing straight down, and then in that zone, in the zone that the link monster points to, you could activate said spell card. Now, this spell card had 3 arrows, 3 up pointing arrows. Its effect isn't really relevant. It did something like double attack to anything that it points to. And what could the implementations be if something like that was into the game? Well, for starters, if they made something where you would need to actually have a link monster pointing down a spell and trap card zone, the spell link card would be pretty irrelevant, essentially. The card would not be that good in the game, would not be really relevant, and it wouldn't really be, great to play in the game. So it wouldn't be very consistent, I should say, because it's basically taking up a slot in your deck that you could be using for something else, such as like maybe you wanted those free cards to be something like MSTs or Twin Twisters, something like that. But because you want to get that additional advantage, you can't really do it. But to be honest, it would probably be better for you to run those MSTs and Twin Twisters, because of this card is inconsistent, because you need to have an actual link monster pointing to a spell and trap card zone. But if they implement this into the game, and they do it differently with lower arrowed spell or trap cards, whereas if you needed to, say, if it was a 1 arrow, you could just activate the card straight off, and it had the effect that if a card is pointed to this, I should have gotten that bus. If a monster this card points to attacks, it gains 100 attack. Something like that. Like, if they implemented something like that into the game, it means that you wouldn't need to always have link monsters to essentially get your additional extra monster zone, and essentially boost your extra monster zone spaces, which would be very different in the game, in my opinion. It would be very, very different indeed, because it would mean you'd be able to just have another linked zone without having to use multiple resources to get to the point where you can actually play the game, have multiple different resources to play it, and so on and so forth. So if they actually implemented this into the game, where if they had low spell cards, low link link spell cards or link trap cards, where you could just activate it straight off the bat. That would be pretty unbalanced to me, in my point of view. Because sure, you're using one of your main deck spaces to play this card, right? Even though you're using one of these main deck monster zones to play this card, you're still going to be gaining additional resource because you're going to be gaining an additional extra monster zone, which, in my opinion, isn't really balanced. So, in my thoughts, if they actually did implement link spells or traps into the game, as they are doing in the anime, and they make it with, then it has to be a link monster pointing to the spell and trap card zone to actually activate said spell traps, I feel like that would be fine. That'd be absolutely fine. But the only reason I wanted to talk about this was because if they implement lower link arrowed cards, where you actually could just activate the card straight off the bat, no requirements needed, and just no restrictions, you could just be doing it absolutely fine, and it would just be really awkward. But if they did it with no requirements, no restrictions, and you could just straight up activate them, where if it was like a 1 arrow or 2 arrows pointing up, it would not be fair. It would not be balanced in the slightest, and I feel like if they did do this, it could cause a little game-breaking material setup stuff. But yeah, guys, that's just the thoughts that I wanted to give across on this subject. Tell me what you think of this subject in the comment section below. What do you think what do you think would happen to the game if Konami introduced the link spell and trap cards into the game with the link arrows? Personally, depending on how they do it, I believe it would depend on how broken they are, such as I said, if they were going to just make it so you had to have a link monster pointing to said spell and trap card zone to be able to activate the card, that'd be pretty balanced. If you could just activate it on the spot, it'll be broken. But yeah, guys, what is your personal opinions on this? What do you think about that? Tell me all of that in the comment section below, because I want to have discussions about this with you guys. I want to talk to it about you guys, and I just want to have fun with it about you guys. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos. Don't forget that I upload a lot as well. If you enjoyed the Yu-Gi-Oh video, don't forget to press the like button to show that you like the video. If you want to be subscribed to the channel to get more future Yu-Gi-Oh videos, don't forget to press the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified for those future Yu-Gi-Oh videos, don't forget to press the notification button either. But yeah, guys, that's the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh, and also, you want to see more of these walking videos? Like the video as well. I'll do more. But yeah, guys, that's the end of the video. We're on that one, signing out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, guys.